guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today we have November's Bookopoly TBR. I'm a bit sad because we've only got this month and next month of this board, but then we get a nice new fresh one, which I've already done. I've done the next 2 years. I've done next year's and 2026's board already. Let's get into October's TBR and see how we've done. Now, I don't have any of the actual books with me because they were 2 library books and 1 was an ARC. So my first role was to read a fantasy and I chose The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I had to return that book on Friday, but I have Kindle Unlimited now, so I've got it on Kindle Unlimited. I've got like 5 chapters to read left. It is the 30th of this month. I will finish that today, so I don't have to worry about that. Then for role number 2 last month, it was Sequel, and I picked The Mirror Beast, which was an e-arc from NetGalley, which I read and I absolutely loved. I gave it 5 stars. It was way better than the first. Well, it wasn't way better than the first book, but it was better than the first book. The ending is what made me give it 5 stars, and it kind of left on a little bit of an uncertain point of whether we're going to get a book 3 or not, because I don't know what's happening with that. And for the 3rd and final role, we landed on thriller, crime, mystery, horror section, and I picked Lock Every Door, and again this was a library book. I had to return that on Friday as well, so I got it for my Kindle and I have about 30% left to go, which I've been reading that at night time. So I've got today and tomorrow to finish it. I don't have anything on today and tomorrow, so I can just sit and read those last 2 books, Serpent and the Wings of Night and Lock Every Door. But so far, enjoying both books, and I'm looking forward to finishing them and seeing how they end. On to November's TBR. We have our usual board, the one we've been using all year. Donatello, the cards, the dice, and Donatello belongs here because that's where we landed the last time. So let's go. Roll number 1. 11. Great. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Read a library book. So for roll number 1, we rolled an 11, and that was read a library book, and I picked Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. Now, I wasn't even going to bring this home from the library, but Meg, one of the librarians, turned around to me and she's like, we have like all these new books here, go and have a look and take some home. So I went and had a look and I picked this one. I found another one which sounded interesting. First they killed my father, then they threatened my family, now I'm coming for them. Main character's life is viciously torn apart when her father is killed by a masked assassin. Left with only his journal and a jade pendant snatched from his killer, she vows to take her revenge. Seeking answers, Ying infiltrates the prestigious Engineers Guild, the ancient institution home of her father's secret past. With the help of an unlikely ally, the nation's cold but distractingly handsome prince, she begins to navigate a world fraught with policies and treachery. Soon though, Ying's quest for vengeance turns into a fight for survival, and she'll have to stay one step ahead of everyone if she's to make it out alive. This gives me fantasy vibes. That is my pick for roll number 1. And roll number 2, a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, fantasy. For roll number 2, I rolled a 5 and landed on fantasy, and I picked Gothikana. Now, I take part in Escape Weekend with Rylan and Stasia. It's on Discord. Sometimes they do live sprints, but there's always sprints going on in the Discord channel, and they give you prompts, and each month you pick either one book per prompt or one book that fits all 4 prompts. And my librarian's pretty good at picking one book that fits all 4 prompts, or as many as the prompts as possible, because she knows I can't read 4 books in one weekend. And she usually picks out 3 or 4 books for me to read, well, to choose from. And she picked out 4 books for me. One of them was like book 3 in a series that I haven't read. Another one wasn't really that interesting, and I was torn between the one that I did pick and this one. I went with the other one, obviously. It was called Darling. I can't remember the name, but I'll put a picture of the one I did pick here. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good, and like the twist at the end was great. But I was torn between that and this. And Amy, the one who picks them out for me, she wasn't there. So another librarian, I gave her this one and Darling, and I was like, I don't know which one to pick between these 2. So she read the back of them, and she said, I'm more likely going to pick this one, which was a psychological thriller, and you know, it was October's Escape Weekend. So I thought, I'll go with that one because it's more like, it might be more of a horror-y, thrillery type one. So yeah, I picked that one, and it wouldn't have been something I normally pick, whereas this is a fantasy, so I picked it. So I just took that one, and then when I returned that book, I was like, Jane, that other book, the one that I didn't pick for the last weekend, is it still here? Do you know where it is? I want to take that home now and read that, because I had like max books out. I think I was like 21 books, and you know, I might take 20 out. But I returned a couple, and I brought this one home. So this one says, if this is madness, she whispered almost against his lips, drown me in it. Kavina Clem is a woman with secrets. The last thing she expects to receive is an admission letter from the University of Vermont, a place just as secretive. A castle atop a mountain, Vermont is steeped in shadows, deceit and death. A place where students have been disappearing every 5 years for over a century. As Kavina becomes caught up in unraveling the clues to solve the mystery, her path collides with Vad, enigmatic professor. Vad too is a man with secrets, and he cannot allow Kavina to get close enough to discover what he hides. But whenever she is near, his heart and soul yearn to possess her. As Kavina and Vad become more and more entangled, their passion for each other could be the very thing to solve the mystery of Vermont, or it could bring them both down in flames. So that sounded good, and I read the first chapter, 2 chapters I think it was, on the bus ride home, and yeah, I was enjoying it. So I decided to add it to this month's TBR because I rolled a fantasy. So that's book 2. And for roll number 3, we have a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sequel. For roll number 3, I rolled a 5 again, and I landed on sequel. And I'm finally going to read The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This book is set in the Inheritance Games series, and this one follows Jameson and Grayson, the 2 one of the brothers that I liked, but the 2 brothers both have a crush on Amy. One of them ends up getting Avery. They both fall for Avery. One of them ends up getting with Avery, and it's the brother that I like. He gets with Avery. So yeah, I'm finally going to read this and finish this series, because November's prompts for for a skate weekend is to read a book in a series. So I might be starting a new series. So at least closing one will help reduce, well, it'll even it out, won't it really? Other books that I am planning on reading this month are the fairly young adult book, which my box hasn't arrived yet, and it's normally here by now, so I'm getting a little worried. So I don't know what the book is for that. By the time I edit this video, I should know what the book is, so I will put an image, put a picture in here. I will also put it in the comments as well, in the description box as well. And I'm also going to be reading this book, Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair. This is the Mending Hearts Book Club book for November, and it is on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm doing that as well this month. Just because it's on Kindle Unlimited and I want to make use out of my free trial. Yeah, so that are all my books for this month. I'm really looking forward to reading all of them, especially this one and this one. I'm not sure about this one, just because it seems like it's set in like an Asian country, and names and people's names, places names, they confuse me. Even the characters' names reading the blurb confuse me. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So this is my TBR for November, my November TBR. So that is all from this video. Let me know down below in the comments what is on your November TBR, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.